Yeah. You are live, Tandy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You crazy. Oh, yeah. Gotta get down to that. Some chair dancing going on. Just make a club.
Do people
just
have
chair.
catchphrases anymore? Celebrities?
Did celebrities
Chair
ever
dancing?
have catchphrases?
Catchphrases?
Yeah, chair dancing. Yeah. What celebrities had catchphrases?
Don't they? I feel like
Give me
they
one.
used to. Maybe not
like
anymore.
What? Like who?
Yeah.
Yeah. Musicians.
Little John.
And comedians. Or Shucky Ducky. Yes.
Yeah.
Comedians and musicians. Well, I guess they are celebrities. Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking like what serious, like Denzel doesn't have a chant, a thing that you say when you see
my man. That's what I've been told Denzel's catchphrase. My man.
Yeah, when people are imitating him, you got to work.
What is going on?
Nothing.
Yeah, I do have a couple of things we can talk. Just a couple of minor stories. Nothing political in this batch, y'all. If you want,
why you talking?
Political,
you talking like he talking like he's recovered, right? Like it's been.
And then he's gonna spring one on us right at the end. I don't consider this political.
No, you want to see political? I'll show you political. Anybody heard from John? Where's the John guy at?
Oh,
it's Johnny boy.
Not sure. Did he?
You see, we've just become this. No. No word.
All right.
Maybe
well,
he'll probably
anything on your minds before we hop into a couple of things I've scrounged up? Well, things Cat dragged in.
No.
Ready to jump into whatever you got.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, quick update from me.
Okay.
If you've been following along, I did have a brace on my leg for a while. That's why I haven't been doing shows. The brace has come off as of yesterday. Took it off. I should have brought it in. It's in the other room. But the leg is back to just being flesh bone and bandage right now. But should be able to move around pretty easily pretty soon. So gotta get back out there. I figure I'll maybe catch a few shows, try to remember how improv works, and then get like a rehearsal or a practice in or something somewhere. Or
want to practice. See.
Yeah, it's been months. It's been like 6 months, half a year.
Has it been that long?
It's been like half a year since I've been not only to an improv show, but performed in a live improv show.
Oh wow!
So,
what was the last show you did?
What was the last show I did?
Was it? I know.
Was it Lee College?
We went out in October. So we have in September.
Was it Lee College or was it the Dad Show?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the last show. What was it? When did we go to My Poor Dad? When was that?
Yeah, one of those two, I think.
I love how none of us are
college.
We
don't keep meticulous notes of all of our shows,
and don't have any like immediate recollection of things we did 6 months ago, which is great. Was that the last?
Yeah, that's how long it's been.
Yeah, that may have been the last one. Maybe Lee College, because we drove to San Antonio. I remember. Yeah. May have been. Wow.
Okay.
That's quite a while. It's been quite a while
to be out.
To be out. Yeah,
Mhm.
but I'm glad we can talk
Which
about
is-
it now. There's been
Yeah.
so much secrecy about where, because people wouldn't come up and say, hey, what's going on. They're usually for you guys, right? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
it hadn't even crossed my mind to ask, like,
Mhm.
has anyone mentioned me?
Has anybody have I been missed?
Mhm. They asked about
Didn't
me.
even cross my mind to ask somebody that. I figure all the people who need to know, and that's the end of it.
He'll be back.
I shall pop up as unceremoniously as I left.
Yeah, I didn't tell any fictitious stories or anything. I just let it hang. Didn't tell anybody you were doing a bid for it got a little 6 month.
He got
6 months.
locked up.
Got
He ain't going
he
nowhere.
he went away to school. He's in truck driving school. I mean,
truck driving school.
That's one of the lies. When
Is it?
When little kids, or maybe not truck driving school, but they're like, oh, he went away to school. I don't know why they tell kids that. That was a very popular lie to tell children if somebody they knew was away in jail.
Interesting.
He went away to school.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard that one, but then again, I didn't know a lot of people who went to jail, so
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't get the
Well,
opportunity.
maybe he did. He thought he went.
Or maybe I just knew a lot of people going to school. I never thought about it.
I come from an educated family. They're all in school.
Let's go to school for 1 to 2 years, even.
Mhm.
They come back for the summer break, studying away.
Dedicated studying.
For years. Yep.
On the way to school. Nice. What
Yeah.
about any other major updates you guys want to share?
No, I'm in the throes of senior year for my child. So we did prom. We did senior pictures. So next thing is graduation.
Were you at the prom with her?
No, I just dropped her off. No, I didn't go.
Okay.
I saw the building. There were a couple of moms outside, and one of them showed me pictures of what it looked like inside because she was there beforehand. But no,
You weren't getting a chaperone?
No, I'm not interested in that.
What up, full body frequency? Shout out, full body.
What's going on, Laura Rice? Remember Laura Rice? She's one of our guests.
Friend of the
years
show.
ago.
I do remember.
I know we coming up on 10 years, man. When you go back through and you start thinking about when this started, I'm just going to interject that periodically. I'll tell you between now and that's next month.
It is.
Far off. It is next month.
Next month. Oh man.
Periodically.
What am I gonna wear?
You better order it now. The tariffs. You don't know if
the tariffs.
The no politics, but you don't know if the cargo gonna make it. You better order it now. Got some flying line that you can't get off the rack. Let's go.
I didn't say no politics. I said I didn't have any politics planned. But I might as well ask: is anyone stocking up for ahead of possible tariffs?
No. I don't know what to stock up on. Well,
that would be the worst thing, right? If you stocked up on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let me buy all these beans and rice.
And it's things that you can get right here.
There's never a shortage of beans and rice, Yeah.
I figure
stuff that's already made America.
I've always taken the position of I call it the zombie position. I'm gonna live the zombie style, whatever that is. If that means that if most people have toilet paper and if some people have toilet paper and the vast majority don't, then I'm just gonna roam the streets like others in a band of like-minded people needing toilet paper, trying to steal it, find it, or harm others to get it. So I have I don't know that I want to be on the other side of that, protecting what I've gathered and rationing it out and worrying about it. I'm gonna be with the crowd. I wanna go with the majority.
You got a plan.
I'm zombieing it. Yeah. Whatever that means. I'm apocalypsing, roving, whatever. That's the side I want to be on.
we cut to a band of wanderers. Look, Tandy, this might be weird to say because we're just kind of a band roaming around, but we're kind of full. We don't need another person in the band. I mean, we already have resources are sparse. We got to split what we get. Another person, maybe you can find another wandering band to join.
Hey, look, I bring a special set of skills. All right. I know. It looks like you already got your hatchet man.
Yeah.
And you already got your, your.
Yeah. I mean, she has a crossbow.
He's got the crossbow.
Somebody Jeff's an
navigation.
engineer.
Yeah. Got your navigation person. But, I don't know. Like, if you come across a really good field of corn, do you really know how to cook it well? I mean, I can just hear me out. I have been roaming a field of corn. You're going to want to cook that corn and you're going to want to make it tasty. If I could open my jacket for you both, I have amassed several different spices and aromatics to make food while we're out here roaming on these roads.
But we do have a chef as well.
This is your number one skill. This is your number one skill.
Having spices.
Corn.
Making corn.
Well, that's just one thing that I know. I mean, but just give me something else. What else have you guys come across? Some rabbits, some possums.
We came across a few possums. Cliff, he's a trapper. He was able to catch them.
Kathy cooked them. She's like
Kathy can cook them up. Yeah.
But what did they taste like? I mean, maybe Kathy's got your basic, I don't know, chili style seasoning of foods, but I bring to the table a wide variety. I've roamed with the best of bands. I was in a band in Louisiana. I roamed with a band through Chicago. Chicago's a food city.
Can I say something real quick just about? It just feels like you're trying too hard to be part of this band. And it's throwing the vibes off. We all are here for necessity's sake because we got to survive. But it seems like you're really trying to push yourself on us. And I just don't think you're in it for the same reasons we are. You're trying to get us to sing songs, and you keep talking about all these other bands you're part of and how great they were. And it's just like the vibes are all off.
It's a hard thing being alone and trying to fend for yourself, right? I know I was in these other bands and they were great, but some things just came up that we couldn't resolve, and I thought it was best that I leave, that I go off on my own and find a group that I fit well with, and I thought we were getting along pretty good, for the last 10 miles or so until you guys turned around and were like, hey, who are you? I mean, I was holding up. I wasn't disturbing anybody. And look at my spices. I got so many spices. I've seen Kathy's. I've seen her collection, and we're just talking MSG, salt, pepper.
We're scavenging. That's what you scavenge. It's aromatics, oregano.
Yes.
We need protein. We need carbohydrates. We need medicine.
Okay. All right. So you need me to show you that I can kill something, that I can get some proteins. I know you said you already have a trapper, but I mean, maybe I can combine the skills. I can be trapper and
fine. You know what? Sure. Let's see it. Let's see you use what you have to make something valuable for us.
Good. Okay. Give me 30 minutes. I'll be back.
Cut to 30 minutes later.
Well, I've never really cooked owl before.
Caught an owl?
But I caught an owl. It was amazing.
How'd you catch an owl?
He was in the middle of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was over there by the old Kroger, He's just down there back behind the garbage cans. And I was like, whoa, I don't know what this owl's doing, but you'd make I've never cooked owls before. I've got the spices for you. And so yeah, I got an owl. Well,
go on.
Yeah. He's not quite dead.
Insane. You think you could just hang with him? You got to prove yourself sometimes. You know, you got to earn your place.
I just thought you'd just join up. Like, who? I didn't even think. Now, see, here we are. We're scavenging, and now we're fighting over resources.
Of course.
So maybe that's not the best thing. Maybe I should just being there with my own resources, protecting them so they run out.
Speaking of scavenging, we'll let this lead to our first story. John was here for a second.
Yeah, he's got some camera problems.
Yeah,
camera problems. All right, let me show you this. Let's start here. Tandy, do you mind reading this headline here on this news article?
Oh no! Police find Chewy, the raccoon, with a meth pipe in its mouth. Leads to drug bust.
Look at that picture.
No.
Why does the raccoon look like he knows what he's doing?
Wait a minute.
But so apparently the story is the police pulled over this woman, and as they were like getting her out of the car and arresting her or something, they came back to the car and the raccoon was in there at the meth pipe. And they started looking around and found other paraphernalia. They found like other meth, some crack, cocaine, some other meth pipes. Essentially all because this raccoon scavenged this thing in this car.
So the raccoon was already in the trash in the car.
I mean, look at this car. This car looks like it was in the trash.
It could have been in there.
Yeah, I guess it
or
I mean, it looks like it's the middle of the day. I don't think a raccoon would be out just wandering around to see a car stop by the police and be like, "I'm going to get in that car."
Yeah.
So the raccoon had to already have been in there. Yeah.
Unless
you think Tree was already in the car when they were driving around.
Absolutely.
Video. Hold on, there's a little bit.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I haven't even watched this. Yeah, it's a little body cam action, and yeah, I guess they see this raccoon just hanging out.
Oh no!
They said it's somebody's pet.
Oh yeah,
Chewy.
Probably a pet raccoon.
Yeah, maybe it was the raccoon's drugs. You know. Maybe the driver was just a driver.
Was he chewing up the seats? And did he chew up all the side panel off that door? Because I'm just seeing metal.
Right?
Oh no, I
that
thought
door does look like.
You see, it looks pretty bare bones in there. Why would you get a raccoon? Why would you put little things in the gerbil habitat and the hamster habitat for them to play with? You think they just like, here you go, take that meth pipe.
But I mean, yes. Seeing what else is in the car. This is the type of person who would have a raccoon as a pet, right? Somebody not in there.
Yeah, right. And
that's their buddy that they do drugs with.
Or
I feel like raccoons probably hold their own.
They probably do. But I thought that maybe they left the door. They left the door open while they were arresting the person, and then the raccoon got in and found, and just start digging around and finds the pipe, and then the police like, oh, so like maybe there's a raccoon police force.
But what if the raccoon planted those drugs? What if the raccoon brought the drugs?
We didn't see, right? Yeah.
Yeah. How would you defend against that? I'd be like, those aren't mine. Those aren't raccoon.
They're like
the raccoon prints on them,
He's holding it. Why you think it's mine? The raccoon's the one holding it.
One human at a time. If the raccoons frame us, they can take over the world. Just framing one human at a time.
Just framing people with drug trash.
Why are you mad? What are you getting back at the human for? Why would you frame them?
Yeah, it could be. That might be the defense I would use. Is that was the raccoon's crack, cocaine, and meth. That wasn't mine.
Yeah.
Because he looked like he was pretty familiar with it.
Next story. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like seeing the picture of him, it's like, oh yeah, I know this. This is a classic CBG off-brand crap. It's the best you got. Okay, we'll make do. All right, this one kind of caught my eye. So apparently, United flight attendants keep leaving passengers asleep on empty planes. The airline warns this is a safety risk and a federal violation. So I feel like anybody who's flown on a plane, if you fly enough, you get to a point where you can sleep on a plane. I tend to sleep when I fly, but I've never slept all the way to touchdown. And apparently, if you're on United, there's a chance they'll just all leave, and you're just in your chair.
There's a lot of noise while people are dropping their bags on the floor. How do you not wake up? Yeah.
How do you not wake up? And here's another thing I read in here that I found interesting. Apparently, sometimes they get left in the lavatories as well. I'm falling asleep in a lavatory.
Why would you? Who's sleeping in the bathroom?
On a plane.
On a plane.
I want to do that at home.
But, they're telling them they need to check these places.
Yeah. But isn't that?
Yeah, but isn't it that flight attendants only get paid while they're they're not really getting paid while they're once you've landed and getting off the plane. So I think that's why they're doing it, because it's sort of like
thing?
No, it's not my job. I think that's I can look it up.
Yeah,
I thought it was a thing. They only get paid when the plane's when the doors are closed or something.
But see, don't they got to go through the cabin and pick up the trash and stuff?
That's what I'm saying. And even
there's people coming and pick up the trash,
and they just vacuuming around your feet, just around your body, and you just sleeping in there. And they saying, "Oh, it ain't my job to wake them up." What?
Yeah. Apparently, back in 2019, a woman fell asleep on the plane. Through touchdown, through gate arrival, through everybody else getting off the plane, and she woke up after the plane had been towed away and parked overnight. She just woke in a totally dark aircraft and didn't have a way to get off.
That's terrible.
Her cell phone was out of battery and she couldn't call for help. She opened up the aircraft door, but it was too treacherous to drop onto the concrete to make it.
Oh, hold the phone. How hard were you sleeping? They did that on purpose. Somebody comes up from the back, somebody's in the front. They walk behind you as you get all your stuff, and you get off. Maybe her dress was like the same pattern as the fabric on the seats or something, and she just blended in. Because that is so hard.
Dressed as a seat.
Just as a seat. Because how do you leave a whole person?
I can imagine waking up on just a completely dark plane.
And
your battery's dead.
Yeah. I just found I found a little quote here.
And your battery's
unpaid time. Unpaid time for flight attendants might be 5 to 6 hours a day, includes all the hours flight attendants spend in airports waiting for the next flight, as well as the time it takes to get people and their bags on board and in their proper places. So all that time, they're not getting paid. So I'm sure it's just I'm not getting paid anymore. I don't care. Yeah.
Why not?
I don't care anymore. Yeah.
That's ragged.
That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. You're working.
Yeah. You're there at the job site.
In a
If
uniform.
someone walked up to you, you would answer them, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
I hadn't heard that they don't get paid when they're not in the air. That doesn't seem right.
That's crazy.
But if then maybe maybe this is their way of fighting back. Maybe this is their way of saying, "Oh, you don't want to pay me when I'm not in the air?
Yeah.
Fine."
Yeah.
Right.
Leaving people on the plane.
Mhm.
People are going to get towed to the parking area for planes and can't get
Yes.
off.
Sometimes that's how you do it. A couple of people have to they got to take one for the team. Got to lose the job for the airlines to say, okay, we've got to have somebody's got to check this, or if not them, you send some other TSA team or something. I don't know what you do, but that's crazy.
Do you guys sleep on planes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I find it's kind of like the white noise.
Yeah.
I like to put like a jacket on my face because I may drool. This also blocks out light. Headphones on the whole time. I'm not a chat with the person next to me type of person.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I'm always sleep on them because I'm taking the cheapest flight and it leaves at like 6:50, and I got to be at the airport at 4 something. So of course I didn't go to bed till 2. So I'm amazed I made it to the gate, right? But at this point, so I'm like, all I need to do is sit down and I'm going to sleep.
Every time I tell myself I'm going to start packing like 2 days in advance. Still up at midnight, putting my bag together.
Yeah, I'm still grabbing stuff on the way out the door. In the morning.
Yep. So yeah, I used to stay up when flights were reasonable and you left at a godly hour that I could talk to the person next to me. But no, not lately. Got nothing to say. Let's turn these lights out, buddy. Let's make this happen.
It's wild they're trying to talk to you. Just
I love the covering the face though. That's how do you say that's the way you say don't talk to me. Don't say nothing. You just cover your face.
Yet I usually wake up for snacks.
Never miss.
I can usually, even with the headphones on, I can feel it in the air. It's like, snacks coming.
Because that's like the loudest talking that you hear generally, unless somebody's a big time talker on there. It's when they come around. What do you have? Right? That's like that's the noise. You listen for get them free nuts and cookies.
We cut to two passengers on the plane. Hey.
Yeah.
I want to let you in on a little secret.
Okay.
I'm gonna pretend to go to sleep so I can stay on the plane after everybody. Okay, so don't wake me. Don't try to wake me. Because
but I have a couple
if I get to stay, I get all the snacks that are on the plane.
You want to stay behind to get snacks.
Yeah.
I
heard they stop checking people who go to sleep and they'll even like just tow the plane away. So I figure I get the whole plane to myself. Get all the snacks. And hey, if there's keys, maybe I get a plane too.
You a pilot?
No. No.
Why? Then you can't take a plane, and it needs
if there's
fuel
keys,
and stuff.
I'm assuming it's a key situation. Maybe it's a button push. I don't know. I've been mainly focused on the snacks, but I just want you to know that I'm gonna be pretending to go to sleep, and make sure that other people think that I'm asleep as well, so they don't try to wake me up.
Okay, right? That sounds like work for me, which I don't really want to agree to.
All right.
I'm just trying
I get it. You want to cut
try to read my
action.
book.
I understand.
No, I just try to read my book. And
I'll give you like 20% of the snacks that I get. Okay? You can pick the kind. Right?
But I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone. I'll have to stay behind it, which I really don't want to do.
If you want. All right.
Don't get me wrong. I do love the trail mix on the plane. It's like, I think that's the best in the world. You can't get this
outside of the plane. You can't get this in the mix. This is brand like airplane.
They make it a little different.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like a special contract they have. This could be okay. You don't want any snacks? Fine. Fine. What do you want?
You know what? I'll take the snacks.
No, take the snacks. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. I will find you. What's your name?
Jack.
I feel like you made that up. Where are you going, Jack?
I'm going. I'm getting off. When we land, we're getting off the plane, so you know where I'm going, right?
No, where are you going? What's your destination? What's your destination?
My ultimate destination?
Yes.
I'm going to Chicago.
Chicago. All right, Jack
Yeah.
from Chicago. I will get your snacks. You write down your mail address. I will mail them to you. Okay.
You're gonna mail them? Okay.
I'm gonna mail you a boatload of airplane snacks once I get there. But the plan has to work. Okay.
Okay.
I've spent a lot of money buying tickets to make this work, and it hasn't worked yet. Either I get woken up, or people will rat on me and say he's not really sleeping. He's after the snacks, and I can't go on certain airlines anymore. This is the last one. I'm trusting you, Jack.
Okay.
All right.
I
I think we're about to descend. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Well, here's my address. Good luck.
All right. Tell other people I'm asleep.
Okay.
We cut to the Amici walking off the plane. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Have a nice day. You were in that last row, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. There were two of you. I remember distinctly looking every time I passed up and down the aisle. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
There were two of us.
Where's the other guy? Is he in the bathroom? Is he? I don't see him back there.
He's on the floor asleep, pretending to sleep.
Oh.
To get snacks. He's gonna steal all the snacks on the plane.
Well, that's cool. Let's go because they don't pay me once we land. So yeah, no, they don't pay me once we land. So I'll let them know outside. You know, if anybody's interested in that, they'll.
All of a sudden, the plane starts moving on its own. Starts driving down the tarmac.
Hold on, wait! I'm getting paid again. Now, what's his name? I care. I care if I get paid. Going to the mailbox and getting a buttload of snacks.
Just with a thank you note on it. Your share. Airplane trail mix and pretzels. He did it. That son of a bitch pulled it off.
That's the worst place to be. Can you just imagine, like, you're in there, there's no bed, the seats are uncomfortable. Where do you sleep? And you don't have a phone. Like, that's like, I always think I could kind of entertain myself if I had something or call to get out, right? But if my call signal wasn't working, I could at least watch something. You're just on there, and probably one of the more uncomfortable places to be. And you're trapped.
Yeah.
And
we can assume that there's no power, so you can't like charge your phone in there. It's turned off.
Yeah.
You
just gotta like pull up some armrests and lie down some dirty old seats.
Yeah.
And then
I hope the plane's being used next day.
Yeah.
I hope
it's not done for the weekend. There was a scene in the show Silicon Valley that makes me think of where one of the characters, he gets into like basically a self-driving car and it gets the destination wrong and starts driving him to like the docks, and it gets on this boat and he's like trapped in the back seat, and the boat is like it drives into like a storage container, and they close it up. No. He like gets shipped to this kind of just island that when he finally gets out of the car and he looks around and it's nothing but like robotic arms and stuff like doing like on this like platform in the middle of the ocean. It's like a warehouse with nothing but animatronic stuff. Not animatronic. Automated
robot
stuff. And I think his phone died or something, but it doesn't make me think of that. All right. Thank you for that digression. One last thing I got for you. One last thing to check out. Yeah, Michi, put your headphones on. This is going to be AI related. You know how I like to gather those too. Let me know if you've seen this one. Amici, do you want to read the title of this video?
AI generated lawyer is thrown out of courtroom.
All right, I'm gonna play. Let me make sure I'm sharing my sound because you gotta hear it too. Let me know if you can't hear it.
May it please the court.
Hear that? Yeah. Okay.
We hear.
Here today, a humble pro se
All right.
before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Is this, hold on. Is that counsel for the case?
I generated that.
I'm sorry?
Generated that? That is not a real person.
Okay, it would have been nice to know that when you made your application. You did not tell me that, sir. I received the application. And you have appeared before this court and been able to testify verbally in the past. You have gone to my clerk's office and held verbal conversations with our staff for over 30 minutes. Okay? I don't appreciate being misled. So either you are suffering from an ailment that prevents you from being able to articulate, or you don't. You are not going to use this courtroom as a launch for your business, sir. So if you are able to shut that off. If you want to have oral argument time, you may stand up and give it to me.
So yeah, the story is this guy he had I believe it was some sort of employment case with some sort of insurance company, and for his legal counsel he generated an AI agent that would basically be his lawyer, and that's what he was going to use. But as soon as this dude started talking, this thing started talking, the judge says, shut that down.
Shut it down. Wait a minute. But it sounds like she already knew that he's trying to, like, it must be some business venture as well, right?
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur of a company that does that.
And she not having it. She's like, you have performed before me in your human form. You are not gonna get up here and let this be one big advertisement for your services. And why I wouldn't want my lawyer looking like an infomercial person the whole time. Did you see that?
Yep.
Did you? Come on now.
He's apparently one of the I'll bring it up again. He's apparently one of the stock models that they have. He tried to, according to what I read, he tried to like generate his own that looked like him, but he kept failing, kept not being able to do it. Yeah, sure, there is. So he has that guy, who I believe is named like Jim or something. People in the comments are like, he's not even wearing a suit. He's not even dressed for the court.
She said, shut that thing off. She was hot. She's like, hold on.
Yeah.
He's like, I
May
generated.
it please the court. I come here today, a humble pro se
All right.
before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Is this, hold on.
Yeah, she immediately was like, hold on.
Right.
Props to the judge.
That's crazy.
But all that to say is, can you see a future where we have AI
now
legal counsel?
Now I really can't. Thank you for the example. Thank you for giving me an actual example. No, I do not.
Why not?
Because it seems way too disconnected and disingenuous. I don't. That does not engender any trust in me whatsoever. Whatsoever. If it looks like that, right? It looks like some infomercial, and I guess it's taking verbal. I guess it responds to verbal response from judge and other people in the courtroom. Is that how? Because it can't be some pre-programmed. You just keep talking? How do you represent me? No.
Yeah, if there was an AI lawyer you could have where people could talk to it and it will respond, why not have that? What do you gain by keeping it a human?
Human nuance.
Human nuance.
Yeah. You put it on TV, I figure it's all rehearsed. It's not. And there's something about law that makes me feel like even though there is some aspect that's rehearsed, there's some thinking I want to see kind of take place in your questioning and in your face, because you're solving a problem for me in this medium of law and talking. I need to see that process play out with a human being. I got to see you whisper. I got to see you, like, maybe your eyes like narrow or your head tilt. I got to see something. That lets me know the brain is working. I got to. And
are you saying this from like this is your representative, or you're on the jury, or where you have to see all this?
But mainly my representative. That's where I would think it. Right. That's where it would be the most important to me, if I had to be there and
what if
was representing me.
What if that was the free option? You could pay for a lawyer, or you can get a free AI lawyer.
Woe be unto those who did not have the money to pay. Yeah, would you want a great AI lawyer or a 50 shot human lawyer? But this
AI
great
lawyer knows every law. Right?
Yeah, but
the court-appointed attorney, on the other hand, he's doing his best.
How persuasive is it? How persuasive is that infomercial looking situation?
But see, here's the thing, because we talked about this in the past, right? We talked about AI doctors and psychiatrists and stuff, and people, the results have shown that people find that it can be pretty empathetic. I don't know. Amici, where do you stand on all this?
Why stop at AI lawyers? Why not do AI judges as well?
Yeah.
AI juries, AI
judges and juries.
I can send an AI myself. I can just make an avatar, and that avatar can go to school while I just go through my life, right? Yeah, why not? Why not?
We cut to a prison visiting room. Hey there, AI, Amici.
Yeah.
I'm sorry everything didn't work out in court, man. I sent you there in my place to stand as the defendant, and God, that AI judge was tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for creating me. I appreciate that. Just wish I had a bit more time on the outside before I come to prison.
Not too much AI life experience before you got locked down.
No.
But thanks for keeping me on your visitation list. I appreciate that.
Anything for you,
Yeah.
I have to.
You have to serve the time for me. It cost a pretty penny to have you sitting here in jail for me instead of me coming, but I feel like it's worth it. I got quite a few things going on here on the outside. So how's it going over there? I mean, you getting along with people, making any friends?
No friends. Just kind of hang out in my cell. If I don't know if you will be able to do this, but I feel like I don't have any friends because I don't have a lot of social skills. Because you got the basic package.
Yeah.
If you could get the premium, I would have better social skills, and I think I'll be able to make more friends.
Well, I don't think that's an unfair ask. I mean, you're gonna do this 5 years for me. That's the least I could do. I'm still paying off the whole AI system, but yeah. I'll upgrade you. No problem. I'll do that, and hopefully next time I come and visit, things will change for you. That upgrade might work out.
We cut to Amici in the lunchroom. Hey, AI dude, come over here. Hey.
Oh, hi.
Hey, I know you don't eat, right? Because you're AI or whatever. But word around the block is you've been causing a bit of a ruckus. You got a bit of a smart mouth on you these days.
Yeah, I just got a bit of an upgrade, so yeah, I'm feeling like a little bit more confident. I know how to respond to people now.
Oh yeah.
I'm
just saying, don't get too big for your britches, right? Like, we're all actual people in here, and you're some sort of AI weirdo. So just watch yourself, okay? I'd hate to have something happen to someone who used to be as nice as you were.
Right. That sounds like a bit of a threat.
Well, you tell me, AI dude.
We come back to the visitation room. So you want some more enhancements to help you fight?
Yeah, there's a fight. There's a fighting package. That you can purchase.
Well, I thought you wanted to make friends. I mean, I did the one enhancement. That seems like that would have helped you out, but
yeah, I've made a few friends, but now I need to deal with my enemies.
Oh,
and scene.
Yep, Will Friends comes in.
Love it. Love it. I made a few friends, but even more enemies. Right on.
Oh man.
Yes, the AI avatar. Serving time for you. That's messed up.
It is, but hey, I get the opportunity to watch what it could be like while not really getting any of the what am I supposed to get when I go there? The re-education, all the good stuff that's supposed to make me a better person. All of that goes to the AI person. I love that.
What if this is just random? What if what if house arrest came with like a VR prison time as well? Like you have to have VR on for a certain amount of hours a day, but it's only like a VR prison.
Oh Lord! And what, like, you just existing in a with other people in VR.
Other people in VR. It's only a prison simulator. I feel like it would still be fun in a weird way. I don't know. I've become more lukewarm on the whole harsh prison idea, right? As punishment. Look for ways to liven it up a bit.
Oh. Liven it up.
House arrest. House arrest is just being grounded. You still need some sort of some imprisoning going on.
Isn't the imprisonment just the fact that you don't get to choose where you go? I mean, for the most part, you don't have the freedom to decide. I want to go sit out on the porch today. But if they say no, I want to step out and walk around down to the store. Can't do it.
Can't do it. That's how house arrest works, right? Like you like monitored and you can't leave the proximity.
Yeah. Only certain places you can go.
Is that only a rich person thing? Do poor people get house arrest too?
And with the ankle monitor, right? That's the other piece. So hold on, because I'm thinking house arrest, and then I'm also thinking ankle monitor. Because I don't know the legal difference. If house arrest means you can't leave the house versus ankle monitor, you're only allowed to go these places and you need to be home at a certain time. Let me look it up.
Yeah, don't you get an ankle monitor for both?
Yeah. Because that's the
Or as some people call it, homeschooling.
Oh.
Keep adding to the metaphor.
He's at homeschool.
He's in the homeschool.
Can't visit for a while. Taking so many classes.
So many classes. You've done so much. Yeah.
What if prison was school? Like, what if What if you needed to pass classes to get out of prison?
Oh.
You had to learn something.
Like,
Hmm.
oh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you just make a smarter criminal? Is that what you end up with? We're making them better at what they're trying to do.
No, I would hope they wouldn't have classes on that.
Well,
You
yeah.
imagine the prison psychology class.
Mm.
Just get real good at a con, man.
Oh, it's
Psychology.
about incentive.
I see.
That's
Okay.
why. It's misdirection and incentives.
Yeah. I would think I might support that. There might be something, you give them skills for when they get out, they'll have something to something to go do, right? Something they can be productive at, which would be good.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like there are books and stuff available in prison, but what if you had to graduate? Right? What if you had to learn, pass a few classes
in order to get out?
To get out.
And actually have like a graduation ceremony.
Yep. No releasing you with just your bag of stuff, but like you get a cap and gown. You get to walk out of there with dignity, man.
Cap and gown. You thinking of somebody from prison in a cap and gown.
That's way more uplifting than the real situation. Definitely must be jam. Business classes
for sure. Balance of budget. There's this quote that I heard in the Nelson Mandela autobiography, but I believe he was quoting maybe Dostoevsky, which is like, it was something along the lines of don't judge a country by how it treats its like rich citizens, judge it by how it treats its prisoners or something like that.
Right.
I've been thinking about that quote a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you had a prison that just like, again, treated you with some dignity, right? What does that mean for a country?
Yeah, I think ours is just the penal system just because it's just to punish. With the intent of now don't do that again when you leave, but no real change. They don't do very much to make that a reality. They may do some stuff, but not like you start over, you get to practice living in there. Like they have like at the Children's Museum, how they have like the fake world. You need to build like the fake world in prison so you can practice being back out in the real world. Like, they got the fake grocery store, fake bank, the whole little city scene. Yeah, create those simulations so people can
simulate a little city inside of a prison.
You get some
grocery
time.
Store.
Little everything, little house, little church, the whole everything. You get to stay in there for a weekend. How you gonna do this thing? What's it about?
We cut back to we got to Tandy actually, who got caught up and actually went to prison for real. Okay, so here you go. Here's your cell. Here is your bunk bed. Toilet's over there.
Okay.
This is your lawn. You got to keep that mowed. There is an HOA, so make sure that stays less than 2 inches. This is your water meter. You got to pay your water bill.
What?
Make sure you do that. Heat, electric. There'll be a meter here. There'll be a guy who comes around, reads the meters, and just gotta make sure you pay your bills once a month.
Hey man, hey.
What's up?
Oh no, hey, questions. That's a whole lot of responsibilities and payments. How am I don't have any money, man. I'm just
you got to earn that. You got a few places you can work in town. That's why I like to call it in town. We have our grocery store. You can be a clerk. We got like it's kind of like a mini Best Buy. It has like small electronics in it. You can work there.
Oh, okay, cool.
We have something that basically amounts to like a tollway booth. It just gives you quicker access to the cafeteria. There's a long way, and then there's a tollway. You can work in that little box. Just get a couple of different options, but you just pick up a job and get some money so you can pay for your bills.
Oh, yeah, man, that's solid. Yeah, I like this. This sounds pretty good.
Hi, sorry, excuse me. Hi, my name's Phil. I'm in 9C.
All right, how you doing?
Yeah, sorry, your dogs got out and it's bringing it back to you. Your dogs.
I got
you got dogs.
What?
Yeah,
I got dogs.
Yeah, 2
Yeah,
dogs.
a little responsible. They're small dogs. They're small dogs. But you do have to,
cool.
keep them locked up when they need to be. Walk them on a leash. Pick up after them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and if either one of them, dies because of neglect, that's 10 extra years for you, just so you know. So.
Whoa.
Just make sure you feed them and take care of them.
Yeah, I'm finding out about all the good things, man. What are the rules? Please lay that on me, because what are the consequences, man?
I mean, sure, yeah. It's just, again, this is just like being in the real world, right? So your dog dies because of neglect, that's 10 years. If you don't pay your rent, it's another 2 years. If your grass gets too high, it's about 5 years.
Oh no,
they're serious about the HOA.
Hey,
but there's a tiny little lawnmower in your cell that you can use, so just make sure you use that.
Hey.
If you don't show up to work, that's about another 3 months. How many times you don't show up to work on time. Yeah, just like in the real world.
Hey man, hey. Look, all right, that's all. This is cool. Is there any way I can get a transfer to just like the regular place where, you just like wake up, do whatever they have you do, and you go to sleep, you just work your time off? This sounds like it's a lot of risk.
I'm sorry to hear that, but that just tells me you're not quite ready for the real world. Tell you what, there is another prison we can send you to. You got to hop on. There's a small airport on the other end of the prison. You just got to go there, get your ticket, hop on the plane, gonna fly you to the other prison.
I got an airport in here, man. That's
a small
sweet.
one. Yeah.
Never been on a plane before, man. All right.
Oh yeah, just like the real world.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
Cut the tandy on the plane.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey man.
Hey, I'm gonna pretend to go to sleep.
Okay.
My name's Travis. Just so you know, what's your name?
Tim.
Sounds made up, but okay. Hey, Tim, look, I got a plan. I'm going to stay on this plane, and I heard that if you go to sleep, they don't wake you up. I'm going to see if I can get out of here. I'm going to get the snacks off the plane and get out of this prison, okay?
You going to escape? You going to just like sleep your way?
I'm going to sleep my way out of here.
No,
I just need you to look out for me. Tell people I'm asleep.
No, man, I don't want no parts of this. I don't want to get no extra time.
I got thrown in jail because someone ratted me out when I was sleeping on the plane. And I'm just trying to get out of here now. I'm not a bad guy. I just like snacks.
Man, and like stealing planes.
If the key's left inside, who leaves the key in a plane?
The pilot. Nobody's
my plane's still in days are behind me. I'm a changed man, but I just want some snacks. And I will send you a cut of the snacks, like 10%, maybe even 20% of the snacks. If you tell me what cell you're gonna be in, Tim.
Man, look, I don't think I have a choice. That's fine. I'll look out for you, man. But man, just don't give me no more time, man. I don't want to get in trouble.
All right. I'm gonna go to sleep. But I'm pretending. Remember that. I'm just pretending.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, we've landed. Everyone's getting off the plane. Hey, sorry, weren't there 2 of you in the back there?
Oh.
Yeah, I saw 2 of you in the back row.
Yeah, there were 2 of us.
Okay. Where'd the other guy go? I don't see him.
Oh. Hey, look, I don't want to get in trouble. He's sleeping. He's pretending to sleep or something. He likes snacks. He wants to be on here, and he just wants to get snacks or something, man. I don't want any trouble. I just want to get off the plane and go to a regular prison. That's all.
Okay. Look, that sounds like a lot of work, and once the plane stopped, I don't actually get paid, so I don't care.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna just get
off the plane. Starts moving. Grab it down
All right, let's go get it.
He said he was a changed man.
It's just on the prison plane.
Don't steal a prison plane. Oh, it's like the worst plane to steal.
Going anywhere there.
But yeah, we all know we had John for a second, and he gets us in trouble. But we'll persevere.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can't tell us nothing. Show. Thank you for hanging out, people.
That's it. Countdown to the 10 years of Can't Tell Us Nothing.
Yeah, almost there.
10 years, y'all.
thinking.
Yeah, we do it. Let's
Amazing.
do it.
Amazing.
Come out if you can. Do we have a date?
Yeah. Do we have any?
Yeah, date?
June 21st.
June 21st. Come out if you can, y'all. 10 years, y'all.
10 years.
Station Theater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark it on your calendars.
Yes.
I'll mark it on mine. But until then, we do this every first and third Tuesday of each month. CTUN Show. Thanks for hanging out. Full Body Frequency. Good to see you.
Yay! Thank you, Laura.
Yeah.
Come on, good to see you. Kick the legs up high. About to get you the